Today we are going to see how to convert a given frequency distribution into a less than cumulative frequency distribution and a more than cumulative frequency distribution. I'll tell you what it is and how to draw an Auge. Auge is a graph. We'll see how to do it. This is the question given to us. You are given some class interval and frequencies. What you have to do is you are going to find the cumulative frequency just like you did earlier. Okay, so the first one you have to write as it is 12. Second, what should we do? We have to add the second frequency with the first frequency. You get 26. Then 8 plus 26, 34. 34 plus 6, 40. 40 plus 10, 50. This is how we did while finding medians. So this is what we do. We find the cumulative frequency as usual. Now you see what is asked, less than cumulative frequency. There are two types of cumulative frequencies. One is less than cumulative frequency, the other is more than cumulative frequency. When you are asked less than cumulative frequency, you should write less than the upper limits. Less than upper limit. Remember that. Less than upper limit. So less than 120, less than 140, less than 160, less than 180, less than 200. That is what we write here. And you have to write the cumulative frequencies. This is what you have to do. I'll tell you the meaning for all this. See how many people are getting less than 120? 12 people. How many people will be getting paid less than 140? These people plus these people are getting less than 140. So you have to add these two. Imagine these are your marks. How many people are getting less than 120 marks? 12 people. So if your teacher asks the students to stand up who are getting less than 140, then these students also will have to stand up. So this is the total. 26 people are getting less than 140 marks. Suppose you are asked to find the number of students who are getting less than 160 marks. Then all these students are getting less than 160. So we have to add everything. That is how we are getting this number. Understood? This is the meaning behind less than and writing the cumulative frequency. Even if you forget the meaning, doesn't matter. You have to write less than upper limit. Okay. So write all the upper limits. Why I am stressing this is, I told you there is another cumulative frequency called more than cumulative frequency. When you write more than cumulative frequency, you should write more than lower limit. So you will be writing more than 100, more than 120, more than 140 and so on. Okay, this is what we have to write. Now say you get less than and this one, cumulative frequency. This is the first portion. Always the frequency comes along the y-axis. Frequency or cumulative frequency should come along the y-axis. Whatever is given here along the class interval should come only along the x-axis. So the daily wages comes along the x-axis in this problem. The number of workers comes along the y-axis. Use appropriate scale. Also use a graph. If you are drawing in a notebook, then you will have to draw in a graph sheet later when we meet. So here this is the Auge. Recall you have already studied frequency polygon. This is just like that, but frequency polygon you will be joining using scale, but here this is freehand drawing. That's all. So on the x-axis you have to plot all the daily wages, all the less than numbers, less than 120, 140 and so on. So I have written that, and here along the y-axis you have to write the cumulative frequency. Here the maximum cumulative frequency is 50. So I have written from 10 to 50. Now if you notice, our value starts from actually the graph starts only from 120. I have written from this 100. the 100 given in the question. It is up to you. You can write this or you can omit this. The graph starts only from 120. So you see there is a gap here. We are writing in skip counting 20s. So you should have started with 20, 40, 60 and so on. But we have omitted those numbers. So what you have to do is you have to make a kink here. Okay, and join. This kink has to be made, otherwise your teacher will reduce half mark or 1 mark depending upon the teacher. So why did we make the kink? Because we are skipping some numbers here. We have omitted 20, 40, 60 and 80. So we are starting directly from what we need. In case you are drawing the graph with 20, 40, 60, 80, then 100, 120 and so on, you don't have to draw a kink. But what will happen is your ogive will be far away from the actual place. This is where we need the ogive. Okay, so this is how you should draw. So what do we write on the x-axis? Daily wages. Here number of workers. Okay, remember always the number of workers, the cumulative frequency only comes on the y-axis. The weight or marks or wages or profit or whatever is given in the class interval should come only in the x-axis. So now we have to mark the first point, 120, 12. I have marked approximately, since I don't have a graph sheet with me, 120, 12. 12 will be slightly above 10. So I have marked here. So slightly above 10 I have marked here. The next number is 140, 26. So from 140 and this one in between, you from 20 to 30 you will have 25. So 26 will be slightly above 25. So I have marked there. Similarly mark the remaining points. Now you see I have what I have done is I have drawn a smooth curve like this and I have extended outside, but this is the final point. So you have to stop the graph here. You should not draw this extra portion. Okay, only mark the points according to what you have. You have 250. So 250 should be your last point. Okay, and you finish the graph here. Join these points and leave it. Should not produce this and bring to the bottom, or should not extend anywhere here. Okay, graph should be as smooth as possible. Don't draw straight lines using ruler. If you draw straight lines using ruler, that is not a ogive. You should draw a smooth curve. Okay, so how did we do this? I'll give you a recap. We have class intervals and frequency. This was given in the question. Now you have to find the cumulative frequency like we did in the median problems. You add this, total frequency will be 50. The last cumulative frequency also will be 50. And what shortcut did I tell you to remember? For less than upper limit you have to write for less than cumulative frequency you have to write upper limit, and for more than cumulative frequency you have to write the lower limit. So less than the upper limit, the cumulative frequency. The daily wages, this comes along x-axis and this one comes along y-axis. Plot the points and you have to join using a smooth curve. That's all. And always you have to note, this is y-axis, this is x-axis, the origin. Remember the kink where it is needed, number of workers or whatever is given in the y column, and the daily wages or marks or weight or profit or whatever is given for the class intervals. You have to mark like this, and you have to draw a smooth curve. If you omit any of this, you will be reduced step marks. And for finding more than cumulative frequency, the method itself is different. So don't think you can just write more than the lower limit and write the same numbers. It is the method is slightly different. This is what we study for finding medians. This is a second problem. It is given the total number of students is 35. You are asked to draw a less than ogive, and from the ogive you are asked to find the median and also verify it using the formula. So you have three portions. First is to actually four portions. First is to draw the table, then to draw the ogive, and then finding the median from the OGAVE, and verifying using formula means you should find the median using the formula also. Both the answers should be same. If you are getting different answers, most probably your OGAVE will be wrong, because you have more practice doing the formula. You have to check your OGAVE. Okay, and actually in this question one step is less. They have given the less than frequency, the cumulative frequency as it is. So we don't have to find the table. The cumulative frequency is given. So you just have to plot the numbers in the graph. Okay, whatever numbers are given here and here. Okay, see, this is only up to 35. So I have used 5 tables here. If you want, you can use 2 tables or something. When you use a graph sheet, you mark from 0 to 35 and from 0 to 52. Here what have I omitted? There is a gap here from 0 to 38, and then we are doing skip counting 2. So we have to fill this gap. For the gap you have to use a key. And here first number is 0, so 38 0. So we have the point on the x-axis. Mark the points correctly. The OGAVE is not very good here. If you use a graph, you will notice a better curve. So this is how you draw the OGAVE, just like the previous problem. And now there is a purpose for drawing the OGAVE, that is to find the median using the OGAVE. Okay, so here you have sigma Fi. Sigma Fi is 35, so n by 2 is 17.5. So what you have to do is, from n by 2, see, n by 2 is lying between 15 and 20. So you will get you will get 17.5 here. This is n by 2. From here you have to draw a line. This line should be parallel to the x-axis. So use a ruler to draw the line. You draw a dotted line. This line will touch the OGAVE at a point. From there you have to drop a perpendicular to the x-axis. Okay, so see, this is 46, 48. So in the middle you will have 47. So in this gap, this is point between 46 and 47. So it will be 46.5. I know the answer already, so I am guessing correctly with a plain paper. If you draw all this in a graph sheet, you will get an accurate answer. Okay, so this is the correct answer. I have marked accordingly. So how did we find the this is the median. This is how you get the median. So how did we do it? You have sigma Fi, which is the last number. Also it is given in the question for this problem. You have 35, n by 2 is 17.5. So in the graph you mark between 15 and 20. This is one reason why I took a 5 scale. If you want, you can take a 2 scale or something when you have a longer graph sheet. So you have n by 2. From here you have to draw a line. This line should be parallel to the x-axis. From here you should drop a perpendicular. This perpendicular will give you the median. This perpendicular meets the x-axis at the point 46.5. How did I arrive at the answer? Between 46 and 48 you have 47. In between these two you get 46.5 in the middle. So this should be your median. Okay, median. Median is equal to this. You have to draw all the other decorations. You have to write x-axis, y-axis, number of students, the weight of students in kilogram, and everything you have to write. Okay. Some teachers will ask you to plot the points also. So this is one part of the problem. The next part you are asked to verify it using the formula. So for verifying using formula, you need the frequencies. So you cannot use this because you need L, the lower limit, and also the frequency of the median class. So for that you need to find the ordinary frequencies. Okay. So how to find the ordinary frequencies? You have less than. This is the less than frequencies given, and this is the less than x values, and this is the cumulative frequency. Using this we are going to find the ordinary frequencies. So imagine less than 38 there are 0 people. So 0 to 38, 0. Then 38 to 40. 38 to 40 means you have to subtract these two numbers. That will be 3. Then 40 to 42. 40 to 42, this 5 people means that is less than 42, meaning all the people together is only number 5 people. So 40 to 42 means you have to remove these people from the group. So what should we do? We have to subtract these two numbers. So you get 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2. You don't have to show the calculation here. I am writing it for your sake. Now you have to remove all these people to get the correct people lying between 42 and 44. So how will you get this? Subtract only the adjacent numbers. Recall in the earlier method we added the adjacent numbers. Here we are subtracting the adjacent numbers. So you get 9 minus 5 equal to 4. As you can see, I filled the table. It was difficult for me to hold the phone and write. So I have filled the table. See what we have done. We are only subtracting the consecutive numbers. 32 minus 28 will be 4. 35 minus 32 is 3. If you want to check this, what you have to do is you have to add all this and see if you are getting the last cumulative frequency. If you are getting the same 35, then your subtraction is correct. Otherwise you have gone somewhere wrong, because this was given in the question already. To repeat the calculation. Now this is the earlier work, finding the median using formula. What do we do? Sigma Fi is 35, n by 2 is 17.5. So you see which cumulative frequency is bigger than 17.5. This one. So what should we do? This is the median class. Median class. So this is the L. L is 46. Difference between these two is 2. So H is 2, and this is your CF. CF is 14 and F is also 14 in this case. So F is 14. Now substitute in the formula. I have shown all the calculation here. As you can see, 35 into 2 is 7. So it gets cancelled easily. If you try, you can try the same calculation. You get the same answer as we got in the graph, 46.5. The third problem, n is given, the total number of people, or this is total number of forms. So the total number of forms is given as 100. You are asked to change to more than distribution and draw the Hooge. The first one we did was finding a less than distribution. Here this is opposite, finding more than distribution. This is the question. Nothing special here. An ordinary table only. The frequency is given. From here I told you, for more than, what should we do? You have to use the lower limit, not the upper limit. For less than, we have to use the upper limit. For more than, you have to use the lower limit. Okay, so imagine these are the marks and these are the number of students. How many people would have got more than 50 marks? All these marks are higher than 50. So all the people are getting marks more than 50, right? So we are writing the total number of people here. Everyone has got more than 50. Then the next one is more than 55. See, these people, these two people are getting marks between 50 and 55, means their mark is less than 55. So for more than 55, these people will not come. So what should we do? We have to subtract 100 minus 2 equal to 98. As you can see, I have written here on the side. Next you have 98. These 98 people are getting more than 55 marks. So what you have to do is subtract the next set of people. 98 minus 8. 98 minus 8, that is equal to 90. Now you can understand, right? 90 minus 12. So what will you get? 90 minus 12 equal to 78. So 78 minus 24. 78 minus 24 equal to 54. Then 54 minus 38. Now you imagine, will you be needing this one? More than 80. Obviously the maximum mark obtained by the students is only 80. So you won't get this portion. You won't get this more than 80. Now you can see the number of people who got more than 75. 75 to 80 means more than 75. Is only 16 people. We are also getting correctly. So number of people who are getting marks more than 75 is 16. So our calculation is correct. Understood? Or you imagine think like this, the last two numbers should be same. So when the last two numbers are the same, your entire calculation should be mostly correct. So how did we start? You start with the total frequency. That from the total frequency you subtract the numbers one by one. Which numbers? 100 minus 2, 98. Then 98 minus 8. Then 90 minus 12. So you keep subtracting, you get this. Recall the less than okay was moving upwards. This more than okay will come downwards. That is the only difference. So what should we do here? You have the x-axis, y-axis. Along y-axis you always write the frequency, and along the x-axis whatever is given for the class intervals. Here it is given production in the form. So here we have to write the production, and I have left a gap here. This is for the key. Okay, then plot the points. So first point will be 50, 100. So you have 50 here, 100 here. 50, 100. The second point is 55, 98. So I have marked it slightly below 100. You use a graph sheet, use a 10 tables and mark, or you can use a 5 tables. 10 tables will be easier for you to do the calculation. Your graph need not fill up the entire page, so you can use a 10 tables, it will be easier. And you have to write the origin also here. Origin 0. Okay, this is your more than okay. The more than okay comes downwards, the less than okay goes upwards. Okay, this is what you have to remember. So that's it.